In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 go-to holiday designs for beginners right now on the Biz Talk. Tracey, I want you to do candy canes and Santa, perfectly sculpted, in 3D. I want like actual 3D sculpted candy canes on my nails for the holidays, and I want this to be one of the designs for beginners. Everybody.
My craziest design requested was on the toes, a turkey on the beach.
Wait. Like sculpted or like?
No, airbrush. I airbrushed it. But that's what she wanted.
Wait, did you actually do it?
Heck yeah, sure. It was airbrushed.
How do you airbrush a turkey?
There's stencils for that.
Oh, stencils.
But she wanted it on the beach.
On the beach? Turkey on the beach.
Because she was spending Thanksgiving in Hawaii.
That's so good. You know how, like, at that point when you're in Hawaii spending Thanksgiving, you just put your toes out there and like, look at these. Like, you want people to see them. You want turkey on the beach.
Slow cooked turkey.
On the beach in Hawaii is brilliant. I love that you did it. Stencils. Beautiful, because that is exactly, we're going to talk about beginner designs, right? Not that that's obviously, you are an airbrush master, but what I love about your take on art is that, like, practical for everybody. You don't have to be Picasso or Van Gogh.
I am not.
Right?
I am not.
And but you can still have amazing nail art. Obviously, I've seen you do like the insane complex dimensional nails, that takes time. They're very complicated to get that dimension look. That's not what we're talking about today.
Nope.
Okay, we're going to go with designs, okay, if you're a beginner, that you can actually practice and achieve for the holidays. Start to get your practice in now, but top 3 here, Trace. Again, the focus is on beginners, and we want them to be able to achieve these looks. What would you start with?
So let's see. I would start with, let's practice our glitter. Like, glitter really is the top thing people want for the holidays anyway.
Right.
So glitter presses, sugaring, anything, and it's simple, and you get to charge extra for it, and it's beautiful. Nothing says the holidays like glitter.
So here's how I know if a design is like for a beginner. My way of grading that, Trace, is, can I do it?
Yeah.
Right? Can Habib achieve and accomplish these designs? And when you say a press or a sugaring, the answer is yes, I can. And the beauty of it, right? And this is what we've seen on our live streams on Twitch, right? Tracey does mixing of glitters. If you watch the live streams, you can learn how to create these amazing custom mixes. And this is where the custom looks can come from, right?
Right.
The actual execution is not going to be like insanely difficult, like doing a dimensional nail, but something that a beginner can still do, right?
Absolutely, 100%. And it is, the holiday season can be overwhelming to beginners because you're stressing about what are people going to want and what are they going to come in and they're going to expect me to do little baby Jesus in the manger growing up all through his life on all 10 fingers until the last meal. And
oh my God.
And I need to be able to execute it. I would not execute that myself. So, if you have these things ahead of time and practiced, then it's going to take some pressure off of you. And then you're going to post it on your social media so you can go, these are my art looks for this holiday season.
And we have over 150 glitters on our site, something like that, 140 total. It's a lot.
No.
More?
No. It's more. It's
117 plus
40, like almost 180.
180. We have like maybe 180 glitters to choose from. But I would.
You don't need all those.
No. You don't need all of them.
I mean, I'd like you to buy it.
If you want to buy them. But like, you can watch the Twitch live streams. You can, or on YouTube. I think you can catch them too, and you can see how Tracey mixes to get an idea. But just even if you use, like, if you grab 2 colors and just
how many times do I go, look at this, Habib? A lot of times I'll mix 20 different glitters in a custom mix, right? But I'll be like, look at what it created with 2 glitters.
It's so beautiful.
You have 12 glitters. You have a color combo of a lot, a lot. So it doesn't have to be that overwhelming to be beautiful.
Now, just to give a little bit of direction, Tracey, typically for sugaring or glitter press, what type of glitter do they want? They want to have more like micro glitters?
Micro. I mean, you can use the chunkier ones, but you're going to have to make sure it's flat, right? Because if you're doing it over a sticky layer, you want it to feel fairly flat, and then you're going to have to probably top coat twice, which typically over a glitter press, a lot of times people like to top coat twice anyway. And sugaring, same thing. As even if you try to like if you take some of my custom mixes that have fine, medium, and chunky glitters in it, and you try to sugar, what's actually going to show or you're going to see is those finer glitters fall out, and you end up with a micro anyway. So micro glitters are usually typically best for
that type.
Sugaring.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Number 2, what would be nail art for beginner or holiday design, what they can, sort of practice and achieve?
Color combos.
Ooh.
Color combos are everything to me.
So underrated.
It is. And they're
so underrated.
So my favorite stuff is just color combos.
Right. So what, so if I'm on, if I'm a beginner and I hear that, I'm like, color combos, like, well, anybody can pick colors.
No.
It's an art.
Yeah.
Right?
It is. And you can make something look so custom just by combining colors and having this hand with this amount of colors, and this one's a little different with the same colors and accent nails of color and colors. I mean, if you gave me a choice between glitter and color, I'd pick color.
You'd pick color. That's so interesting.
Yeah. I love color.
When you have the right colors together on a set of nails, there is nothing better. There's also nothing worse than a color combo that you can't, it's like it kills the set, right? If you have the wrong color combo, it can kill a set of nails.
It can.
Right?
Yeah, no matter how beautifully they're shaped or sculpted or whatever, it's like, whoa, that looks like Barney got hit by a bus.
Okay, so a couple questions on this, because I mean, as you know, I've kind of been like a student of color over the last like 3-4 years. I've fallen in love with like color and trying to figure it out. It's so insane. It's so creative. But first of all, what are some color combos that you like? Like, can you just give some examples? And then
For the holidays?
Yeah, for holidays, like
Okay.
some good color combos for the holidays. And then how, just on color theory, what would you recommend for somebody that maybe is not so good with color and to like learn?
So go-to color combos for the holidays, obviously reds, golds, silvers, blacks, classic. Greens, golds, silvers, blacks, classic. Though I don't really care for black with green so much, but
Why? That's interesting. Why?
I don't like it.
Really?
It's not my thing.
Really interesting. It reminds
Have
me
you
of,
ever seen me put green and black together?
I don't think I have actually.
They're two strong colors. I don't think they complement each other all that well. So
So
no,
you go
green
like
and pink.
You like
Woo,
orange,
love.
green and pink. You like?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
For holiday.
No, I just like the color
In
combo.
general.
In
Okay,
general.
okay.
That's more summer, I think, which is interesting. But I think it's also anytime. But safe silver golds always go together. Hot metal mixing is amazing. You got your jewel tones. Any of those jewel tones are gorgeous together, right? I forgot where I was going with that, but those the jewel tones, typically sheens go with sheens, right? Metallics go with metallics, mattes go with mattes. Like you can mix and match some of your sheens too, but like if you playing it safe, go like sheen with sheen, metallics with metallics, shimmer with shimmer. Usually doesn't fail that way.
Yeah.
Collections, start with collections, because a lot of times collections, we think about it that we try to make the collection go together. And when we launch something, like if we launch 6 new gel polishes, we
Right.
try to make sure that they all combine together very well. Number one tip I can say is I want you to take all your gel polishes, right? I want you to paint them out on swatches, and then I want you to lay them out, and I want you to combine them. And put them together. Oh, I'm going to take this beige, and I'm going to take this gold and silver combo, and I'm going to put them together like it's 10 sets. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I don't like that. Great way of learning combinations that are going to work together prior to clients coming in.
Yeah. Color is like, sometimes I'll see you mix glitter in the jar and I'm like, I get frustrated. I do, because I'll see you And I'm like, damn it. I never would have imagined that those colors could go. Like sometimes you throw me off so much and I'm like, what the hell is she doing? And you mix it up and it's like, damn it. It looks so good. Like it takes practice,
It
right?
takes practice. I never even thought about that I liked color so much. It's just something I've always done. But even past that, glitter is a whole different beast when it comes to color combos. There's things that I throw in with the glitter that I would never put as a polish set. Like sometimes I'll throw a yellow into
I've seen you do this.
certain color combo,
Yeah.
and it's because it's going to highlight it. And then so glitter and those color combos are a little bit different.
Because they're actually blending
They're
and maybe
blending.
bringing down or bringing up the collective color, so to speak.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's a little bit of different world. And when in doubt, get a color wheel.
Yeah.
And with glitters, number one thing I can recommend if you're new to custom mixing glitters, stay in like kind. Purple, do all kinds of different purple sizes, right? And purple shapes and put them all together. It's going to be beautiful. You don't have to bring in those contrasting colors yet until you get more used to it.
Yeah, today you did like this emerald green of like all these different shapes and sizes, and that thing was holy moly. It was insane.
Right?
So
And
intense. Yeah.
so,
Awesome.
yeah, that's what if you're afraid of it, just stay in color the same kind.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Number 3, design for the beginner. What would you sort of fall back on here, Trace?
Holidays, let's bling it out. Blinging is in. Rhinestones, big rhinestone, small rhinestone, and do practice that. And there's an art to that, right? You don't just throw a bunch of stones on and hope it looks good, but you can start simple, with just a little around the back, and all of this stuff that I'm telling you, I want you to practice. I want you to put it on your social media. So when people come in and they're like, I want a holiday set, and you can be like, which one do you like? Or send them your link, pick something. These are my holiday looks. These are my 12 holiday looks that I'm really focusing on this holiday. But rhinestones, that takes it up a notch. You can put it over a basic color, an ombre, anything, and it's going to elevate it, right?
It's going to make it, pop.
And then we take all 3 of these.
Yeah, I was just going to ask
concepts,
this.
all 3, and we mix it. And again, you can practice that on little samples, little sticks. You can paint out a nail, put stones on it. You can paint out a nail and do glitter press and all that. Now let's take the color and let's mix it and mimic a full set. I do this on display tips all the time. When I'm doing fashion shows or photo shoots, I will make a ton of nails and then I start pulling them on the display and seeing what I want to create as the look.
Right.
So, now you have just expanded your library, your nail art library immensely.
Yeah, huge. They just multiply on top of each other, right?
Exactly.
The number of combinations are almost endless. And this is what I love about it, though. It's like we're saying this is for beginners, but every nail tech, whether you're advanced, pro, whatever experience, you have 30 years, you should be using these techniques too. They're simple, beautiful ways to execute, right?
Yeah.
And you do them at the highest level of like the fashion shows that you've done and for ads and photo shoots, you use these techniques.
Absolutely. I think sometimes we can overcomplicate. And when we overcomplicate, it doesn't turn out as good. And there are nail artists that's their realm and they're wonderful at it. I know that's not my realm. And I love doing this kind of art, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No. As a matter of fact, I would argue that it's even more complex. Like having such a detailed eye for color is actually rare. It's so hard seeing the subtleties in color and then understanding what works with what it's just a different skill.
Yeah.
That there's a lot more subtlety to it. And versus like if you see like these insane 3D nail art, that's a little bit easier in terms of like somebody that doesn't do nails, or in general, you see something sculpted, you're like, oh wow, that has that wow factor. But it's like going to a museum, which I recently did with my wife. We went to the Hammer Museum and we were looking at I forgot who the artist was, I should know, but the color combinations were insane. Like the custom colors that were mixed for these paintings, it was like, oh my God.
Right. And if you can do all the amazing 3D work all you want, but again, if the color background is not pretty, it's going to take away.
That's exactly right.
So
Yeah.
this is your foundation. This
Yep.
is your foundation art.
Guys, let us know in the comments below any other nail art that you want tips on or tricks or whatever advice on. Let us know in the comments below. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.
Subscribe channel now. Subscribe channel now. Subscribe